Hello everyone, Namaste. Welcome to my channel. COVID-19 returned again as fourth wave. It's already seen maybe in newspapers or by other media. It's being proven as a wave in China. And not only in China, the other countries like US, Brazil, Japan, they're also facing very tough situations. But when compared to all, at the moment, China's position is very tough. Why it is being happen that way? If you look at that, this wave creation is of any virus is absolutely based on two important facts. First one is the transmittive capacity of that virus. The second one is infective capability of that virus. The present variant is Omicron and its mutations. So R of 7, R of 5, something like that. If you look at this virus and these mutants, they have very less incubation time and they are at capacity to transmit at least 18 candidates. That means at the rate of 1 is to 18. That is the reason why in fact in China it is getting increased that kind of wave nature. To be specific, there are some important reasons why China is facing such a huge problem at the moment. Of course, everyone knows. So it's being originated from China and throughout the globe it has circulated like any kind. What is happening in China? Three important facts on what we feel that these are absolute the reasons for which in fact they are now facing the problem. The first one is they wanted to maintain absolute secrecy. What they are doing absolutely to mitigate the problem of COVID for not exposing the cases, not exposing the methodologies they are adapting to eradicate the COVID and all. The second one is they wanted to maintain what you call zero COVID policy. Zero COVID policy means whenever they find the areas or the people are being attacked with this particular COVID virus, they used to abandon that particular area from the rest of the areas. So they feel that once they are 100% abandoned from the rest of the areas, the code is being controlled. That means they won't get transmitted, something like that. They were unable to identify what in future, in case the situation happens, what does it do. Because of this policy, the herd immunity was not accumulated among the Chinese. That was the second reason. The third one is the vaccines they generated, they were not that much effective. So that is the reason the fatal death rate is also being increased. These are the three major disadvantages what in fact as far as the research is concerned we can say. Maybe of their overconfidence or maybe of their negligence, whatever the reason may be. The thing is, because of this international transportation, because of this international passengers, there is a chance that India may also get this kind of virus. Of course, a very few cases have been identified as of now in India, but in future, and it's likely to get more. That is the reason Indian government has also being made all the state governments and other people concerned to get alert because of this COVID constraints and the COVID wave nature in China and other countries. Thing is, to be honest, we should accept one important thing that Indian government or Indians or India did well to mitigate the problem of COVID earlier when compared to rest of the countries. Of course, there may be different kinds of opinions, different kinds of statements, but being a very massive population, massive populated country, so the things happened very well. Right from the synthesis of vaccines, promotion of vaccines, and implementation of this vaccination process and treatment methodologies they adapted for the patients, they did well. And when compared to many of the countries, we did well. That is the reason after this kind of second wave, the financial growth or the normal situations have come in India to a better extent when compared to the expected situation. That's why everybody should know and everyone should recognize that India did well. But the same kind of things should also be implemented in case we had any kind of future problem. Thing is, here one should identify that whether this kind of wave is being happened because of only one variant or different kinds of variants. So that's why tests have been started to identify. With the result, definitely we will be identifying on what are the precautions we need to maintain. So at the same time, we should be so alert in such a way that what are the fundamental principles we need to maintain as far as eradication of this COVID is concerned. That must be absolutely maintained by each and every individual because it is the responsibility of individuals, not only in the governments or any other persons. Absolute maintenance of physical distancing and safety masking and sanitation and absolute avoiding of unnecessary gatherings, mass meetings. These are all very, very important. To be honest, if you look at this kind of second wave in India, and apart from the long diseases and chronic diseases persons, youth were also so affected. So that is the reason where the vulnerable places like academic institutions and mass gathering areas should be very cautious to maintain the precautions. These are all very, very important. And apart from that, it is very important without any kind of bias. All the persons should work together and we should avoid 100% we should avoid some important things like what you call this kind of political meetings and what you call this kind of processions, any entertainment functions like pre-release functions, success meets, something like this. Unnecessary, we should not mm, hold all these kind of things because these are all the very concentrated areas where there is a huge chances for this kind of virus to get propagate. These are all very, very important things. Another important thing is humanitarian condition should be extended to the maximum extent. This is very important. Without having any kind of control things, any kind of persons like individual persons, doctors, scientists, business people, they should not take it as a chance for their own personal benefits, and everyone should be involved to accumulate this kind of promotion of these prevention methodologies and also the chances of mitigating this problem. So in case we adopt this absolute processes, definitely being Indians, of course, because of vaccination process and all, herd immunity was huge accumulated as far as research is concerned in India. So it is not a big problem. But only thing is caution, everyone should be very cautious. This is very, very important. Without being caution, and it is very difficult. Though we are having herd immunity, we are vaccinated, we are having medicines and all, and it is not that much easy to just get rid of the problems of this kind of thing. So I hope everyone should be very alert. Let us be safe and let others to be safe and see that India should not get affected because of this COVID. So thanks for watching. Give you likes, comments, share and subscribe. Jai Hind.